Hello everybody, Mr. Lego Lover 55 here, and welcome back to my How to Build Makuta 2016 series. This is going to be the final, part of this series. So, in this video, we will be taking a look at the staff and, well, how to build it. Last video, if you missed it, we pretty much did all of the armor add-ons and the little accessory type stuff onto the body of Makuta. So if you missed that, you should go check that video out. But anyways, without any further ado, let's go ahead and see how we build the staff of Makuta. Okay, so for the first part of the staff, I will be showing you how to build the, type of, staff part of it, like the hilt where you hold it and stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. So, pieces we have here, we have 4 of these light bluish gray half bushings. We have 2 of these horns that were on Kolta, the skull grinder. We have 3 of these brown pieces, axle extenders, you could say. We have 2 of these tiny dark bluish gray gears. We have 1 of these type of pieces in black. We have 1 of these knob-like gears in black. We have, I'm not too sure what axle, I believe this is an 8-long axle. This is in black, of course. We have 2 6-long axles in black. And we have 1 red axle. So these are all the pieces you will be needing for the first part of this. So we're going to go ahead and start off with our 8-long axle. And we will just go ahead and get 1 of these type of brown axle extenders. Then we will go ahead and get this piece that was in black. Hold on a second. I'm going to just move the light source, or the flashlight type thing on my phone, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and place this right through. We're not going to put it all the way down. We're going to leave like a 1 type gap right there. Next, we're going to go ahead and take 1 of these half bushings, then 1 of these gears, and then another half bushing. So then it should look like this so far. If it doesn't, you might have done something wrong. Next, we're going to go ahead and take our 6-long axle, just place it there, then get another axle extender, then get another 6-long axle. And we're going to be doing kind of the same thing we did here at the top. We're going to be placing these half bushings and the gear, just like so. There we go. And once again, we're going to be kind of leaving a gap, but this one's going to be, we're going to actually put another axle extender here in brown, and we're just going to push all these down to where it is, just like so. Then we're going to get our red axle, get our black knob type gear, and we are going to go ahead and place the horns right here on the knob like gears. Oh, just like so. Just place the horns opposite of each other, and then that should be it. So when you have this facing up, these are going to face sideways like that. But that's pretty much it for the handle part, so let's actually go ahead and move on to the next part, like the spinning part of it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so for this next part, we will need the following pieces. We will need 2 of these that were used on the shoulders of Skull Grinder. We will need 2 of these that were used as ammo compartments, for Umarak the Hunter and Anua, Uniter of Earth. We will need 5 of these tiny gears in dark bluish gray. We will need 2 of these 3-long blue pins. We will need 1 of these in black. We will need 1 of these axle bushings in light bluish gray. We will need 2 of these 4-long axles in dark bluish gray with the stopper. We will need 1 of these 3-long axles without a stopper or anything, just 3-long light bluish gray axle. And we will need 2 of these just normal, ordinary black pins. So that is all for pieces. So let's go ahead and get building this thing. So we're going to go ahead and start off by taking this and getting our black pins. and just placing them in here. And you just place them on the opposite sides of each other, just like that. Next, we are going to go ahead and, for this, I'm going to be looking at pictures. You'll probably tell. We're going to get our 4 long axles, and we're going to place them in here. It doesn't matter where you put them. Just make sure that you place both of them opposite from each other. And that is it for pretty much this side. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold those axles to make sure they don't go out. Next, to secure those axles, we're going to go ahead and take these 2 gears and just place them inside of there like so. Just make sure they stop the axles from falling out. So now we got that out of the way. Now we're going to be placing these blue pins in the remaining slots. Do not place it in the middle. Place them on the outside, opposite of each other, just like so. So you should have something like that. Next, we're going to go ahead, just put this off to the side for right now. We're going to get these 2 pieces. We're going to kind of line them up and put them together, I guess. We're going to take this 3 long axle, place it right in there. Take our axle bushing, place it right in there. Then we're going to take this other Technic piece and place it right on the end there. Just like that. And we got that. So next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to put these together. And how we're going to do that, so first we're going to want to put one more thing in here. We're going to want to put this gear right in the middle. And this is going to be a little bit tough. You got to just put it right in the middle. It's not going to be secured at all. Well, maybe it's going to be secured by the gears a little, but there's not going to be an axle sticking through it yet. There will be, but not yet. So just keep that there. Make sure it doesn't move anywhere. It's going to have to stay lined up. Next, we're just going to go ahead and place this on top, just like so. Make sure it goes all the way through there. There we go. And we should have this so far. Next, we're going to go ahead and place these gears, the remaining tiny gears on these exposed axles, just right there. And for the final bit, we're going to be placing this other piece right on here on the black pins, just right there on top. And that is it for the little, I guess, type of Technic parts. So let's go ahead and move on to the final parts, or, well, I guess the top. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so it is now time to make, I guess, the top part of the staff. So let's go ahead and take a look at our pieces. We have 3 of these type of flaming pieces. We have 1 of these like little tri-axle connector type things. We have 3 of these Lord of Skull spider legs. We have 1 of these gears in dark bluish gray. We have 1 7 long axle in light bluish gray. We have a black ball joint with the axle hole going all the way through. We have 3 axle pins in blue, or 3 blue axle pins. We have 2 half bushings in light bluish gray. And we have 3 of these Technic pieces. So that's all for pieces. Let's go ahead and get building this thing. So we're going to go ahead and start off by taking this little type of connector type piece with 3 axles and place this 7 long axle right through there. Next, we are going to go ahead and get our half bushings and place both of them in, just like so. And then we're going to put our ball joint here on the top. And make sure that goes through, just right there. Next, we are going to go ahead and place these Technic pieces right on all 3 of these sides and make sure the pinhole is facing upwards. So just do that for all 3 of those. Should look like this. Just like that. Next, we're going to go ahead and place our gear right under this tri-connector type piece. Like that. Then we're going to place our blue axle pins right in those Technic holes that are facing up. So I'll just go ahead and do that. There we go. Then we are going to get these 3 Lord of Skull spider legs and put them here on the ends of these Technic pieces. Just like so. Then, for the final part, we will be taking these red flame pieces, or trans orange or red or whatever color it is, or different colors, and place them in these blue pin, or these blue axle pins. And they are going to move around a little bit, but you just have to deal with it. But that's pretty much it for this part now. So let's go ahead and get on to how you put all the pieces of the staff together. Okay, so you should have built this little piece right here, the little handle thing, and this. Those are the 3 assemblies you should have built. Another thing that we will need this drill piece to actually spin the thing. So I didn't include it because we're going to be needing it to connect these. So it's here now. So we're going to need that as well. So we're going to go ahead and first take this handle, and we are going to place this drill piece upside down right there, like so. Next, we're going to take this little top piece and make sure the Technic piece goes right through. And it should do that. Just fit in like that. Then we're going to go ahead and take this top piece and just make sure all the 3 skull spider legs go on the outside of the little square type thingy or whatever it's called. And make sure that this locks in place. And it's not locking in place right now because that gear that we placed earlier did not stay in the center, I'm assuming. Yep, look at that. It's off center. It needs to be in the center. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Very simple fix. In fact, you could probably just turn this to fix it. Probably didn't have to actually go into the mechanicals or Technic bits of it. I might actually have to take this off to tighten these a little bit more. There we go. So this is just if the top part wasn't going in. That was because the gear that we placed in the middle, that was because it wasn't lined up properly with the pinhole. So now when we place it on top, it should just fit right in. Yep, just like that. It fits right in now. And now we can spin away on that drill, and it's going to spin the opposite way. And this is just probably one of my favorite features on Makuta. I just love this spinning staff. But the spinning staff is now completed. And one more thing we have to complete is Makuta himself. Okay, so if you have been following through the series since it first began, you should have built the following items. 2 legs that are, I guess, opposite of each other, have opposite, like, Technic bits and stuff. An arm of Makuta, the one without the, with just the claw and nothing else, with the shell armor there. I guess it's the, what's it called? Oh my god, I can't. The left arm, from this angle at least. Then we have the right arm of Makuta. They are built almost completely different. The hands and the upper arms are the same for them. Makuta's body, which is pretty big, and a staff. Now this is quite a lot of stuff, so let's go ahead and hurry up. Or not hurry up, but let's get right into things. Now since Makuta is pretty big, I'm going to go ahead and start with the upper body so we can get that out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and take our right arm here, and we're just going to kind of lift this up. So now you should be able to see there's that ball joint with the socket right there. You're going to have to fit this axle right through there. So it's kind of hard to explain on camera, but it's pretty simple. You'll understand. You basically have to line it up with like the gearbox where all that is and stuff. So just go ahead and do that. You will probably have to move the shoulder armor out of the way. If we can we get it in? It's a little difficult right now. Oh goodness, that's coming off. We don't want that to come off. Oh, it's going in. No. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take this shoulder. Gosh, shoulder armor's off. Kind of hard to get off too. Oh my goodness, this is a little bit difficult. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shoulder armor off for right now. It may be a little bit hard to see because I'm blocking out that, but sorry. Alrighty. Yes, this is much easier now. Kind of. There we go. So now we just, okay, that's a little bit. Alrighty, yeah, the ball joint's a little misaligned, but oh, there we go. We finally got the arm in. should fit nice and snug. Yeah, that's probably a reason why the gear function doesn't work too well. We are now going to put the shoulder armor back on here. So I'm going to do it off camera right here, or at least out of the line of camera. And I broke that. That's not good. Boy, so this can be a little bit difficult sometimes if you're not careful enough, or if you're a little bit rough. I'm a little bit rough with this, and you're honestly going to have to be a little bit rough with this. And what just happened? Excuse me for a second. I'm experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties with my flashlight here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm not too sure what happened with my flashlight there, but it is all good now, and I was able to get that arm on there. And you're basically going to want to do the same for the other side when you put the other arm in. If I can... Yeah, once again, I think I might be doing this off camera, unless I could maybe do that. And yeah, so this is a little bit tricky to do, but a lot more tricky than I actually thought. Oh, jeez. I'm breaking stuff off today. You're just supposed to put that in there, and I'm just going to go ahead and skip it to when I do it. Okay, so I have now successfully put on the arm, so it does take a little bit more time than I originally thought, but it does work. It's just a little bit painful because everything does kind of fall off a little bit easily. This is a kind of a fragile model, so you are going to have to be careful with this. But now that the upper body is pretty much... Well, actually, we have one more thing to do, and it's with the staff up here. So we're just going to go ahead and open up his left hand, just like that. We're going to take our staff, and you see this, and you see this. We're going to stick that just right through like that. And then he can just hold it. It's that simple. Very, very simple. Alrighty, so now we're going to work on the legs. So we're going to go ahead and move Makuta off to the side here for a second. We have this leg, and we have this leg. So, of course, we're just going to go ahead and work on one leg at a time. So, whoops, so you should be able to see there is a ball joint right here. That is where you're going to connect the socket on the legs. That's where you're going to connect that. This one hopefully shouldn't be too difficult. Goodness. There we go. So, I guess it may be a little bit difficult, but I don't know. I might have gotten lucky then, but yeah. And you'll just do this. Goodness, you probably can't even... Oh. Once again, we are experiencing technical difficulties, but that one was actually my fault this time. Alrighty, but we're pretty much on the other side. You're going to be doing the same thing. My goodness. This is kind of a chaotic video, and I'm very sorry about that. So, yeah, just do the same thing with that ball joint and the socket right here. Put it right here. Oh my goodness. Sorry for this chaotic video, but I did not expect this to be so difficult. Oh my goodness. And I'm blocking out the lights. There we go. Now I have gotten the leg in. And now that is pretty much it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stand Makuta up. Put those out a little bit. And of course you won't really be able to see him because he's just so tall. Yeah, here we go. This is Makuta finally completely built. And all of his functions do work. The spinning... Gosh, that light just... Keep blocking the light. The spinning staff does work. This thing on his side does work, just like that. And of course, his pop-off mask function works with the Mask of Creation, just like all Bionicle sets. Don't know if it works with the Mask of Ultimate Power, though. Cyberhands version, of course. But anyways, this is the end of my Bionicle How to Build Makuta 2016 series. Unfortunately, though, I will be taking this model apart. It is a great model. However, I kind of miss my old ones a little bit more. However, this is not the final video I will be having Makuta in. just recently I have ordered the Mask of Ultimate Power Cyber Hands version, actually. If you want to go buy that or check it out, it's in the link in the description, so go check that out. I have recently ordered it, and it should be shipping right now. I don't know when it's going to arrive, but I hope it arrives soon. And I will make a video on that, and that will be my last video with Makuta on here. And then I'm going to have to say goodbye to him and build him back into all my other sets, so I can kind of finish up all the overviews for those other sets. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this how to build series. If you want me to do any more series or just like videos like this on how to build stuff, I probably will. But if you do, let me know. I will do it on a set. If you want me to do it, like, I'm not really too sure, like, what kind of things, I don't know. But that's pretty much it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and keep building!